Okay, in my accommodation, yeah, checked in. Got off the bus about 6 minutes. Actually, when I set the location for the hotel, it dropped me off 2 minutes down the road and told me that was my destination. Looks at the name, and this is not right. It's a pub. So I ended up, actually, yeah. Actually, no, I'll go with the recommendation of about 5 minutes down the road. Also, just when I got off the bus, actually, no, before I got off the bus, when I was on the way back, I think one guy was getting off, he had cans hand of beer, but he said, and kind of looking my direction, I think, he said, oh, shouldn't be those with the can. Well, I think yeah, shouldn't be those with at the front with the camera. More or less what he was implying. I think he said something to driver, but because he had the can, probably the driver ignored him. Didn't say anything to me when I was getting off. Especially I said thank you. But he was standing up, kind of as walking along as the bus was passing towards me. So I guess must be. But really, I think most bus companies do have a rule. They shouldn't have cans open of beer. At least that shouldn't be allowed to drink on the bus. Alcohol, water is one thing, but alcohol is totally different. So that's what really shouldn't be allowed on the bus. Also, I was going to do transition shots to make sure I'm not picking up people's conversation, especially on a busy bus when people are talking. I'll plug in the microphone, but I turn off its power. It has a separate power source. It's one thing I got, so that's why I can take quick shots. Of course, Brennan has to then have music. Because there's no sound on these transition shots. In fact, the only time on that route I took out the camera, I was the only person upstairs, and that's when I got towards the end and I was starting to head back in. So definitely, there was no problems. Also, at the Rugby World Cup of Hall of Fame, basically when I was picking my bag, it was a younger person down the one that served me going in, and she was interested, like asking me about, like, after I went back after I went to the toilet for my bag, like, was interested in kind of what I was doing that. Probably interested in see what I end up doing. Of course, when this is coming out, because our timetable is going to be a few months from now. Yeah, at least. Unless, of course, can't put more in between films. Definitely, there's one thing I want to do when I complete the journey, and that is of kind of timetabling back without getting off the bus, how long it would actually take, and also bringing the routes that I could have taken that I know would have taken some of the journey time off. So that's kind of thing. Also, when I was asking for the bus driver says, well, I think there's the day ticket I could have got from Compton that, but because it's over 2 counties, he said it would be more expensive on the first bus company. But don't know exactly how much that would have been. If it was 960, would it have been the one I got on Stagecoach at the end? Or was it a bit more? Even last time played single fare, then going to the end and realising actually how did I actually timetable to go to the fairing of that bus? Oh, did actually maybe not. I'm not actually sure. But I had to pay to get back anyway on the single fare 210. So definitely that was like 740, I think. I was 560 I paid for the first. Not sure exactly. Also sat up near the front on the way back instead of being squashed in on that bus. Then I had to pay for the stagecoach, which was $9.60. So definitely, I think that was probably 16. No, it should be 17, I think, altogether. So my fares. So was the 1 day ticket I could have got cheaper than that? Especially while I spent. Especially getting off at places and that. That's actually a good question. I don't have the answer to that. Especially, well, as I said yesterday, it could be 2 episodes, it could be, so spending that say. But since Wrexham, I haven't got information about buses and that. Also, I have to kind of look up, see how many bus companies I'm using, and then try and ask for a ticket that allows me on these. So I think tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday. So that's going to be Luton stop. This is where I'm getting to, from Northampton to Luton. And then Luton to Bishopstorp is the thing. We're all the place in between, like Stephen. Also, I have to quickly look up some information, double check information. At the moment, I'm speculating on the thing, but I want to make sure 100% that when we get there, yes, don't know. Wow. So, as you can see, as the route took me so far, I've escaped Birmingham City where I'm going through. Originally, when I planned this journey, I thought, if anything, I had to go through Birmingham, being the big city in that. But actually, when I discovered that route to the north, I took it more interesting than going to Birmingham. I probably would have been faster through Birmingham because the buses, well, being a bit quicker than that. Also, like quicker than town that. So I think the more I do this, the more I'm kind of on the journey, I'm getting more interest, especially if people have YouTube accounts and that. They're probably more interested, especially younger. Fancy as my subscriber numbers go up in the channel, definitely it's going to be a lot more. A lot more people are going to spot me, know who I am and what I'm doing, and that, especially in years to come as I continue the series. Because I work full time, I have limited time, holidays I can take to come over here and do this. But also, since I've done this trip, I've been to places I've never been to before, which also makes it more interesting. So I'm still on the unfamiliar territory, places that I don't know what the bus is like. On Saturday, I'll be back in the more familiar territory, especially the closer I get to London, the more familiar it becomes to me, because I have the information. I started this journey in the more familiar territory while I already knew about Wales and its buses. Then I slipped across the border to England, where I became more unfamiliar exactly with the routes. So it took more planning, especially to know the planning is important because I need to know where I'm staying the night to book the hotel. Also, I better battery's about to go, so I better call this a night. See you tomorrow.